Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sorry. Good evening. Today is September 18th, 2025. This is the Environmental Conservation Board. We have an agenda we're going to follow. First item is Lake Aussie Sports Club. Could you please come up here, state your name and who you're here to represent?
Thank you.
Hi, my name is AJ Reyes. I'm an aquatic ecologist and certified lake manager working for GEI Consultants, and I'm here on behalf of the Aussie Sports Club.
Okay. I went through your application. I see it's approximately 1.31 acres of, what is hydro raking?
So hydro raking is a type of mechanical harvesting to where they are actually removing the root systems of the lilies. So if you think about a mechanical, if you think about a backhoe and it just has like a rake on top, like a metal rake, what it's doing is it's scooping into the sediment, grabbing those large lily roots, we call them rhizomes, and pulling them out. So it's different than other kind of harvesting, which actually brings cutters down and actually physically cuts the material. It's supposed to remove it. And the reason why we chose hydro raking over mechanical harvesting is because the removal of those roots leads to longer term control versus just cutting.
We do it every year at Lake Secor,
Okay.
and it helps take out everything that, they leave it on the beach, and then we get somebody over, whether it be the town or our landscaper comes by, and it's basically, think of a floating front end loader with huge claws on it.
Yeah.
And it goes down with an arm, okay? It's a combination of a front end loader with a backhoe with the longer arm.
It's got a long stick.
It's a very unique piece of equipment.
Okay, so my question to you is, it's hydraulic?
Yes.
Okay, so that's my biggest concern, right? If you have a hydraulic brake, is it vegetable oil or is it a regular petroleum-based product?
I would have to speak to the particular contractor, so we're the consultant that did the study and that stuff. We can certainly get that information for the board.
Yeah, because I'd like to have as part of your plan, which you're gonna probably have to amend now today after this, is I'd like to see a description of the equipment that they're going to be using.
Okay.
With whatever measures you have to, like a spill prevention
Yeah.
kit, a spill kit, a fueling, it's not gonna take a day to do this, right?
No, not from what the quotes we've gotten so far.
So what I'd like to do is I'd like to see a cut of the equipment, spill prevention measures, spill prevention measure, fueling plan.
Okay.
Now, how far out does this thing reach?
Depending on the type of equipment. So when we got bids back from contractors, each contractor has a different type of hydro rake. Some are actually pretty small that only reach out maybe a foot or two. Some have more of an extended arm. I'm not sure exactly which contractor the sports club has chosen, but that's generally how it is. None of these machines reach more than 3 or 4 feet out in front of the boat.
Well, a backhoe has the arm, it can go at least 6 or 8 feet.
And these machines, at least the ones that we've typically worked with, they don't usually go that far.
Okay.
Usually they kind of get right onto those particular lilies and pull them up from an immediate distance. Once again, different contractors, some have ones that are 10 feet in total, like in terms of the total like barge size, and then some are much larger. For a project like this, and based on the contractors that they're looking at, we're looking probably on a little bit of the smaller end.
Okay, are you putting up there's no requirements for erosion control, right?
So not erosion control, and I want to pass this over to the board. I realized when I gave you the application, I didn't give you the one that has our turbidity curtain on there.
So that's my question.
Yeah, so this is just an updated map that shows the turbidity curtain. This type of work can cause very local turbidity exactly in the areas where they're removing the harvesting. It's not a widespread turbidity because the way the process works is that they'll pull up one piece of, let's say one load of water lilies, and they will have to drive that back to wherever their shoreline area is. So the only turbidity is happening immediately where they're pulling it up, but just in case, there's going to be turbidity curtains installed at the outlet, just in case there's any excess material
So you're
being
doing
moved.
this at 4 locations, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, and the main location, the largest one, is a path around the island. Basically, on the east side of the lake has been filling in to the point where not even canoes and kayaks can be used to pass the entirety of the area. So that's the biggest area. And then we wanted to clear out some of the major access points so people can get boats in and out. Currently with Lake Osseo, like many lakes in the town of Carmel that are very, very shallow, the overabundance of water lilies have completely stopped recreation. So that's the general goal here.
Okay. All right, so, any board, you have any questions?
I think because, and I'm just comparing it to what's happened at Lake Secor, and we're very condensed, for lack of a better term, in terms of the area that we do
Sure.
want to have cleared out. It's going to take you probably a good 2 days worth of work, because that machine has to be either transported around by another vehicle, or just even trying to move around in the water.
Yeah.
It's not exactly moving at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, we anticipate it's going to take a while. Once again, when we got contractor bids back, the estimated both cost and subsequent labor to move around is very different between those particular contractors. But yeah, we expect it's not going to be a one-day event.
Okay,
Some
so-
contractors have proposed having a barge on the water with the hydro raker to basically offload the material onto that barge and then bring it to shore. Some contractors have proposed just bringing it back physically. So once again, we're still working through those particular details.
Now, do you have any kind, well, if you go with a barge, that's gonna have to also be maneuvered around, okay, along with the machine. And if you don't go with that, and you just have them offload by the machine, let's say, at certain points, now, what's your cleanup gonna be like? What is being proposed so it doesn't sit there?
So what's being proposed is that those areas that I showed on the initial map are going to be temporary dewatering areas. And it's not traditional dewatering in terms of like a geotextile bag or anything like that. It's just for the material to sort of dry out. And then disposal is going to be, this is the big open question that we still don't know, and largely it's because of funding, is the group, Osseo Sport Club would like to do on-site disposal, but realizes that obviously with space considerations and potential wetland disturbances, they may need to be brought off-site. However, off-site disposal is a lot more expensive. So currently,
What,
that's why in our
organic?
permit app, we put the idea that we're gonna explore either on-site or off-site, depending on how funding comes in. Off-site disposal for these projects is almost over 50% of the total cost of the total project. So Osseo, the sports club is still trying to decide what makes the most sense.
What you might want to look into, since you haven't it hasn't been decided yet, obviously, is considering how nutritious what the remains are going to be. You might want to hook up with some kind of fertilizer company.
Yeah.
And have them take a look into that, where then it can be recycled, for lack of a better description, into fertilizer of sorts.
Yeah, that's been something that we've been trying to identify with the sports club in terms of a local farm that could be able to take the material. A lot of the contractors also know of local farms, but then they have to charge the disposal to get it to there. So,
Well, yeah, of
as you
course.
can tell,
It's the trucking.
Yeah, we're definitely open to all of that. I think the biggest question for the sports club is obviously, what is that disposal cost going to look like?
Okay, I have a few things that you just need to, you need to submit to us, just to finalize it. because I know you have a DEC application in, right? So you're still waiting for their approvals. When are you planning to start this work?
Most likely, it's going to be in the spring or the summer of next year
Perfect,
because of our
okay.
timeline.
So this is what I'm looking for. I need to see a catalog cut of the equipment. I need to see a spill prevention plan, fueling plan, because if they leave the truck, the equipment there on site, I'd like it left outside the 100-foot buffer stored on 6 mil poly. You show me the turbidity curtain, which, once the turbidity curtain's installed, you're gonna need to get in touch with the town wetland inspector to verify that it's done, that it
Okay.
was installed correctly. Approximate duration of the work, a work plan, a plan of, sequence of operations. Show the equipment storage area, again, on 6 mil poly, and a restoration of every area that is not being, of the lilies not being, obviously, you're gonna leave the water there, but the machine's driving on in the 100-foot buffer, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna put down a?
Yeah, any place that's
wetland
impacted
mix
by them, yeah.
Or whatever. So, I mean, those are the things. I mean, other than that, I mean, it's nice to see the pictures. It's nice to see, you showed the buffer, you showed the 100-foot buffer, you showed the, you showed us enough information here. You're going for a full wetlands permit, which is perfect, but it's just missing a few pieces of information. All right? Anybody else have anything else?
Nope.
Steve?
No.
All right, so do you need did you write?
Yeah, I was about to grab my phone and take the notes.
Go ahead,
I
grab
don't
your
wanna-
phone, we'll go give it to you. I mean, I'm not gonna accept your application, we can't accept your application today because you have a bunch of stuff here you have to get to us.
Okay.
So once we, what you can do is by Monday, if you wanna write this up tomorrow or whatever, Monday, Tuesday, get it to Rose. She can put you on the next agenda. How far out is your DEC permit?
So right now, it should be imminent. We're already done with the public comment period, and we've sent the affidavit in, and they've issued it complete. So I'm at the point where I'm just following up with them to see when they're going to issue it.
Okay, so then the other thing is, as part of that is, once you get that permit, I would just need a copy for my file.
Yeah. The plan was if we had it in time, we were going to attach it to our application.
Okay. Anybody else?
I would suggest that you reach out to also, in terms of the picking up of the materials that you take out, touch base with the highway department and find out if they could handle it, and if so, who would handle the, like I meant, on the aforementioned fertilization process. There might be somebody local.
Okay. So I have the spill prevention plan, the fueling plan, outside machine.
Turbidity curtain, you need the town wetland inspector to inspect. Duration of work, a sequence of operations, equipment storage area, and that should be stored on 6 mil poly.
And a list of equipment.
And a list of equipment, and also and how you will restore the area,
Okay, equipment storage.
all right?
Even though I'm not exactly young, I'm not good at typing.
You wanna take a
Not
picture
exactly
of this?
old. Say it again?
You wanna take a picture of this?
Oh, if you have the notes there, then that would be great.
Take a
Thank you.
picture, good luck reading my writing. I need that back. Okay, so unless anybody else has anything else, get the stuff into Rose. I mean, I would ordinarily accept the application, but you're still missing some stuff, and you're not working until the spring, so let's just get the paperwork in and we'll call it
Yeah,
a day.
that's perfectly fine.
All right?
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time.
You?
Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right, you guys want to pass that back to me?
Okay.
get in there.
Thank you very much. Okay. With that being said, there are no other items on the agenda for tonight. So do I have a motion to close the meeting?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Have a nice weekend. Enjoy the nice weather. Thank you. Bye.